Welcome everybody to another episode of Still Dope. I'm Tanya.
I'm Shahidah.
Fam, I always say we always have a special guest, but all of our guests are special. But we really have a special guest tonight. We have Tammy Dior, the co-host of Pierre's Panic Room podcast. We're doing a little mashup right now. Miss Tammy, how you doing, girl?
Hey, girl power.
Girl power all day. Listen, Miss Tammy, I could spew your bio off for days, but since you're here, tell the Still Dope family about you, what you do, what you about, and then we can get into some shit.
All right. I am Tammy Dior, originally from Brick City, which is AKA Newark, New Jersey. I reside in Atlanta. I have been here for 20 years now. I kind of think I want to move to Philly. For some reason, it's calling me. I don't know. But I've been
Philly?
I love Philly.
I have to say, I've never been to Philly. Tammy, did you just pause on us right now? You went full on pause.
Yep, she's.
Oh, she sure did.
Froze. She's froze.
You're frozen.
I'm from Jersey, but I love Philly.
Yeah. You literally just froze for like 15 seconds.
Are you serious? Oh my God.
And you had that look on your face like
you were like, I'm from New Jersey.
Oh my God, the internet that's just crazy.
No, the internet's just crazy. In a pandemic, it ain't nothing nice. All right, rewind. Go ahead.
All right,
Tammy, say it again.
All right, I'm Tammy Dior, originally from Brick City, Newark, New Jersey, residing in Atlanta, former blogger, former writer for the Essex Times newspaper. That's a small paper in East Orange, New Jersey. I have done so many things, from being a red carpet correspondent. I have a book out right now that I'm the editor of, that's in Barnes and Nobles by my girl Portia Kirkland. It's called Singing a Song for You. So I'm an editor. Journalism is my passion. I am very comical. I'm witty. And I guess that's how I got on Pierre's Panic Room as the co-host. I've been knowing Pierre for over 10 years, and he just saw something in me, and here we are.
Wow. Congratulations.
Love it.
I'm always impressed with editors.
Thank you. That's my thing. I'm a writer.
Me too, girl.
She's a writer. Listen, y'all two need to talk because y'all two can write.
I need an editor.
We do. I'm currently working on my book about my life.
Really? Oh, you froze again.
Nice.
Uh-oh. And you're frozen too.
No, but we can hear you. Are we frozen too?
Yes.
Maybe on her side. Well, at least we can still hear you.
Okay, I'll probably come back.
All right, there you are. You're back.
Yeah.
Look at here. Everybody, it's Friday night. Everybody's on the goddamn internets.
Exactly.
And why didn't you break out with the robot though, Tanya? That was not good.
What'd you say?
We both looked like we were doing the robot.
Not looking like we were doing the robot. I was doing the robot. I was like,
That's not a good look. They're gonna talk about us.
I know, but my people that know me know. They'll be like, oh yeah, that bitch is turned because she's.
It is all good.
Let me do the ow and the ow. Oh, that's
okay.
Yep. So I'm currently working on my book about my life, and my life is crazy. So yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, besides Pierre, do you work with any other comedians?
I know a lot of comedians. They have encouraged me to actually get on stage and do comedy. I'm not ready yet, though. I mean, I'm just naturally funny at heart, but I don't know if I could actually sit there and do 5 minutes of stand up.
Yeah, you know what? I always used to say to myself, I think I'm funny, but I don't think I know I'm not funny enough to be like a stand-up comedian and stand on a stage and talk. I always used to say that. I always thought that I would be like the person that could be on Saturday Night Live, like in the background. Like, I don't want to be on the skits or anything. I just want to write the skits because the way that my brain works, I'm not as a good writer as you or Shahidah, but I can write like good skits, and I don't want to be in them because I can't act and I can't do none of that. I just want to write for other people. But I always thought in my life, like, maybe you should go to New York and try out for SNL and as a writer. But I don't know how you do that as a writer. Do they have tryouts for writers, or are you try out as a comedian? And if you don't make it as a comedian, they're like, well, you got some good content. We'll make you a writer.
Let me tell you what you do, Tanya. You go there and apply for a job as a custodian and work your way in and just get your foot in the door.
True.
What can I say about both of you? I can see you both on stage, and this is why. Because I feel like, especially with Tanya, since I know her a little bit better, but listening to you in your podcast, I can say, once you're in a subject, both of you get in a zone. You know what I mean? So if you have three main things that you want to talk about in your stand-up, I can see that being funny and entertaining. Maybe not a whole freaking 30 minutes, but 15 minutes to open up for somebody, both of you can do it.
I don't know if I can do it. No, I don't know if I can do it because Shahidah, Tam, listen, we've known each other. We graduated high school together. That's how long we've known each other. And I talk a good game, a little mouthy, a little out there. But if you were to like go and open up for Shahidah or Tammy or whoever for like 5 minutes, 10 seconds, I'll get up there and I'll be like,
you would freeze up.
I'll just be looking at everybody and I'll just be like, hey, I'm out. I'd shit my pants and I'd walk off the stage. I couldn't do it.
You're being groomed, so that's probably going to be your next step.
Maybe, I don't know. I've always been a background kind of person, like Tanya said, but Pierre just insists that there's something in me that the world needs to see. So that's what he always says to me.
Well, take it and own it.
I always say, see yourself the way other people see you when it's positive.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of times we look at things that we do and we don't think it's that great. He obviously sees that greatness. So you got to start believing, oh, wow, let me pump my head up too.
Right.
And y'all known each other for like 10 years, right?
Over 10 years. I used to be Pierre's. Wait a minute, did I freeze on y'all? Can y'all?
Yeah, you did, but keep talking. We hear you.
Y'all are frozen.
Your picture is fabulous.
Yeah, the way you're frozen right now, you got the best job.
I know when I freeze because y'all get frozen too.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but yes, I used to work as Pierre's production assistant when he would do little small movies. He's got a bunch of little small clips and movies on YouTube. They're hilarious. Y'all should check them out.
I already watched them. His Dating Pierre series literally has me. I watch his shit, Dating Pierre, when I'm banged up and I go to bed when I'm banged up at like 5 p.m. and then I pass out and go to bed at like 7:30 and then I wake up at like 1 a.m. and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm wide awake. And then I'm like, well, what am I going to do? Oh, and I go on YouTube and I'm like, just watch the Pierre dating series. And I literally piss myself laughing.
He is a nut. I was actually in the first episode of Dating Pierre. I don't know if y'all seen
I've watched I think I've seen like 9 of them.
Okay, I'm in the very first one. But I used to serve as his production assistant. And every now and then,
production assistant do? What do you do?
Basically, you just get the people together. You know what I'm saying? And make sure everything is just up to par like it's supposed to be. If they say 5 minutes is up, you make sure the people are done.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
See, now we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Oh, no.
I can see you. Can't hear you.
Gotta love this pandemic. Gotta love doing You gotta love doing podcasts in a pandemic.
I'm telling you, it's okay. Y'all can hear me now?
Yep, got
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It tells me every time something's going on. It's like,
Okay,
hello.
good.
But
it's not telling me nothing. I don't see nothing. I'm just like, all of a sudden, it's like you're talking. I can hear you.
I can just tell.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anywho, I was his production assistant, and then Pierre would just throw me randomly in his little movies and skits, and I'd be like, I can't act. What are you? He's like, no, there's something in you. You just gotta, so I just appreciate him for believing in me.
That's awesome. Yeah. That is awesome. All right, listen, let's bounce to, we got a couple of hot topics, and I have a hot topic, but I'm going to bounce to Shahidah first. And Shahidah, put your hot topic out there. Let's talk.
Okay, I don't know how hot this topic, it is hot, and it's not negative. It's almost like I'm crying. Okay, let me just go. Niecy Nash. Anybody following Niecy Nash Instagram? You not, Tammy? Oh, she's frozen. Are you not following?
No, she's not frozen.
Okay. It was like the sound went out. Would you?
Okay, yeah, that's how it happened with us.
Yeah.
Niecy Nash's Instagram. Have you been following it?
Yes.
Following who?
Niecy Nash.
I have not recently.
Oh, I am.
You know about her marriage?
I know she's married to a woman.
Right. I forget.
Jessica Betts.
Oh, okay, yeah, Betts, and I'm happy for her. It's still shocking to me because it just came out of left field.
Right.
But my concern is, this is what Niecy Nash's third.
Yes, third
Oh,
marriage.
is it? Okay, I can't keep up.
It's her third. Oh, she stayed coupled up. That's why I love her. She's like, I'm not being alone.
Well, two husbands, and now a third. We'll just call it a spouse, because I can't call it a husband. I can't call it a wife.
Her husband. She
calls
it's a spouse. Her husband.
Okay.
She calls her husband.
No, I saw the other day she called her wife. She called Jessica, her husband wife, her wife.
But doesn't Jessica call her?
I'm confused.
All right, forget that part. Anyway, my thing is, when it comes to celebrities and relationships, and I know you're happy as fuck, because I would be happy as fuck if I got into a good relationship. She said it's the best one she's ever had. Those men
basically
shit to her. But when you put it all out there, it just seems I would want to take the Beyonce Jay-Z approach to it. Keep it private. Because it's like it's almost, because I remember when she was married to the second guy, and it was like every single thing, it was just all over there. And then when it ended, I felt so bad for her. And then now I'm like looking at this relationship like, oh, this is not going to end well.
Well, hold on. This is like real life. This is like real life. Celebrity and us.
Yeah.
Because it's like, one time in this social media, I was in a relationship and I was blowing it up on Instagram, Facebook. Oh, hey, boo. Oh, hey, here's my baby. Oh, we together. It's all great. And then all of a sudden shit don't work. I learned one time. I learned, bitch, don't you ever. I don't give a shit if you find the man of your dreams, the love of your life. Bitch, keep that shit off of Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everything, because I'm like, I feel like a fool. And I have friends that have went through like 5 to 10 bitches and 10 Negroes where they're like, I'm here with my boo thing.
Well, you know what? I'm laughing, y'all, because I am that person who I'm gonna post whoever the hell I'm with, and it's going to be what it's going to be. In the meantime, people make up and break up every damn day. Happy married and had so many kids and divorces, and she don't damn care. So why should I?
She don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck, and I love her for that.
Huh?
She don't post her relationships like that.
No, she don't.
Oh, she is now. Oh, she is now on Instagram. She's all head over heels with Van Hunt on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Because somebody like 2 weeks ago, somebody put on Facebook that Halle Berry can't keep a man, and Halle Berry responded and was like, Halle Berry responded and was like, maybe I can't keep a man, but do I really need a man? Do I want a man? And I was like, amen, Jesus. Yes, Black Jesus. Yes.
I mean, look at Steve Harvey's daughter. She's in a relationship every month.
Girl. I don't want to trash Lori. I'm not trying to trash a fellow sister, but Lori, amen, Jesus. I get nothing but love for her.
Who was that dude last week? Was it last week that tried to call her out, or no, tried to call out Michael B. Jordan on her?
I forgot. God. It was somebody. They basically was saying, yeah,
and it was basically like he was a sucker for being with her or something like that. But like, you could get with her.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got the pockets, babe. Whoever it was, one of these little old ass rappers, like 40 something years old.
Listen to me. I am not gay. No homo here. But Lori Harvey is fucking beautiful. And if I was a lesbian, or if I had a dick, if I was a man, I'd give a fuck of who she was fucking back. Future, Drake, whoever the hell she was with. If she's available, I'm hollering at her. I'm taking her out. She's gonna be my bitch. So I give it to Michael B. Jordan. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
She's only 22. She's 22. Live your best life. She's only like 22, 23. She's young.
She got like 10 more relationships. She got like 10 more relationships to go through.
Right.
Cannot be.
And her ass has been in more relationships than my old 50 soon to be 53-year-old ass.
Yeah.
So I ain't hating on Lori. Lori has got that money. She's got Steve Harvey, her mama, all that shit. Bitch, handle your business.
And it's funny that y'all mentioned Niecy Nash. There's this guy that I know personally who was engaged to her.
I don't doubt it.
So I'm trying to get him on the podcast next.
Are you kidding?
Yes.
How long were they dating?
I don't even know. This guy was also, do y'all remember that show, I Love New York? It was VH1's I Love New York. Yeah. He was also on there as well.
Competing for New York.
Yes. So I'm like, I gotta get him on the panic room to figure out how the heck did this happen and why they ain't together.
Right.
And Niecy Nash is my girl. I mean, like I said, I look at her Instagram and I look at this relationship and I'm like, it's a lot. I'm happy for her. I'm really happy for her. But I've seen this whole thing play out before, and I hope that. And I mean, it's not a big deal, but I hope.
Yeah, but here's the thing with Niecy Nash. Like when she was with her husbands, like she was happy. Like on the post that she posted, she was happy. But the way that she is now with
I think it's the same.
I think she seems like a little bit more happy and a little bit more animated.
She does seem happier with the woman.
Yes, I think she seems happier with Jessica.
Really?
Like she's really into it with Jessica.
I remember that second husband. I mean, I felt like she was posting all the time. She just seemed giddy. And I just think she's like the type of woman that loves to be in love, period.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, yeah.
She's not, she obviously, to her, it's whether it's a man and she found one in a woman. But I can say that I think that Jessica probably can understand her a little bit better than the men.
Well, because she's a woman.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because she's a woman.
I mean, that's the reality there, is that Jessica can understand her because she's a woman. And we're all women. We know how we feel.
Consider, Tanya? Tammy,
Huh?
What'd you say?
Tammy, if your man just walked out tomorrow, would you consider, Tanya, would you consider going?
Dating a woman?
Yeah.
No,
No.
I just go get me another man.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one. Listen, Tammy, look at here. And listen, I'm not trying to ruffle no feathers, but here's my thing with this. Like, I am who I am. I love men. And you can be feminine. You can be a female and be the most manly looking female in them streets. And I might see you and be like, oh God, he's fine. But if I find out that you're a woman, it's a wrap. For me, there's no gray area for me. It's either, and when I say that, I'm saying that to each their own. If you love who you love, I'm all for that. But for me personally, I love men. And I also have this thing where if I met a man that was born a woman, I might have a problem with that. I might have a problem with that.
I mean, for me, women are just too catty. You know how women are. We're catty.
Yes,
Catty
as fuck.
And it's like two cats living with each other.
Right.
I don't think this is going to work. Besides, I don't know where a woman's vagina has been. I only know where mine has been. And everybody don't know how to keep themselves clean. So, hey, I don't even want to find out. It's been too many times I've been to a public restroom and a woman then came out the restroom and I still smell her after she had left. Okay, I just can't.
Sis.
That's men too. Come on, that's men too.
Yeah,
no,
men too.
Shahidah, you're right.
Has been.
You're right, Shahidah, because there have been many a times that I've been bangedup.com at a bar or a club, and I go to the restroom, and the ladies' room is got a line around the corner, and I'm like, fuck this shit. I go right to the men's room, and I'm like, I walk in, I'm like, hey, fellas, it is what it is. We're all pissing. I'm just going, y'all at the urinals. I'm going to go walk into y'all's stall. I'm going to piss in y'all's stall. And I smell some
funky asses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, all right. That was my only question. I'm concerned for her. I want her to be happy. This when you see somebody at that high,
mm-hmm.
you just.
But she seems happy. Because it was just her birthday last week and this week. It was just her birthday. She seems happy. She seems very happy with Jessica, her kids. She's got children, adult children.
Think she's fronting, Shahidah? She fronting?
No, I don't even think that she is. My thing is that I've seen this play out before with her. And I'm just saying, sometimes hold something close to you. Mm-hmm. That's all.
Listen, I don't think that this shit's gonna last forever. Because that's how it is. I mean, she's the classic motherfucker on social media. That's like, if you ain't learned the first time, then fuck that shit. Like the first time, I did it one time. I'll be the first one to admit I did it one time with a relationship. All over Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, me and my boo. Hey, ooh, skip. That shit didn't work out. And now you gotta go back. I'm lazy. I don't want to have to go back and troll through all my photos and be like, delete, 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 delete. I just rather not have.
I have that kind of time, Tanya.
Girl, see, you better than me because
I will all the way down from 2017
girl,
and delete your picture.
No, I don't have the energy for that. I did it one time and literally, Tammy, this is my phone on Instagram. On my phone, I was like, oh, look at that picture. Delete.
I am the queen.
I had to let it go.
I want y'all to know that I'm the queen of petty. Pierre knows this, and he loves
I love petty. I love petty. I love petty. Me too.
Oh God. Yeah. All right, Tanya, what's your hot topic? Because I'm dying to hear it.
All right, so it's not like a funny hot topic, but I had to bring it up because Tammy, Brick City. Shahidah, I already know. I'm a fan, but you are the only friend of mine or anybody that I know is like the ultimate stan of Miss Whitney. Please tell me y'all bitches watched on Lifetime. See, here's my thing. I go to bed early and then I wake up at like 3 a.m, wide awake, and I'm like, oh, what can I watch? Well, the other day I was flipping through my TV, watching Lifetime. There's a documentary about Whitney Houston and Bobby Christina. Did y'all see that?
I recorded it.
I heard about it. I thought it was a movie, not a documentary.
Oh, it's a documentary.
Oh, okay. So that might be, because I try and stay away from fucking Lifetime with their movies. When they do movies.
Well, some movies I stay away from, but some movies I watch because I like that shit. But listen to me. It's a documentary, and I watched it, and I was like, once again, I can't even remember how long. When did Whitney Houston die?
Like, I think 2012.
Yeah,
2012.
Yep.
But I'm saying to myself, I always say, I have this saying that where I say, your family will always do you the dirtiest.
Whitney's family was fucked up.
Your family will always do, like when I always say like my friends are the family that I picked for myself. And people in my family get offended when I say that and then I clap back at them and say, the friends that I pick for myself will always have my back, regardless of what I do, what they do. I got them, they got me. But it'll always be your family that will always do you the dirtiest. And I was watching Married at First Sight. We're not going to talk about that.
Okay.
But I was watching Married at First Sight, and then the commercial came on of the documentary with Whitney Houston, and it was like Whitney Houston, Bobby Christina.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I got to watch it. Now it's on. I got to record it, and I got to watch it. I watched it, and I was disgusted because I was looking at the people that were on there interviewing and talking about Whitney and Bobby Christina. And I'm like, y'all are supposed to be the so-called closest people to these two people. But y'all are on camera, primping yourself, getting yourself flossed and glossed up and spilling all their tea.
The dirty tea?
The dirty tea. Like bringing the dirty tea. Bringing the dirty tea and bringing all the receipts to the table with video footage. I don't want to see that. Like, we know that Whitney and Bobby Christina had issues. It's no secret. But at the end of the day, do you want your family and your closest friends creating a documentary and spilling all your tea? I know I wouldn't.
Everybody is out for money. It's unfortunate. You know, I still believe that somebody in her family took the picture of her in the casket.
Oh, I believe that. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm with you on that one. Because how would you get that picture in the casket if you weren't like when I say immediate family, I'm talking sibling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they dirty in that family.
Mm-hmm.
And part of the problem with Whitney from way back when, that's why I get so upset when people say it was Bobby. It wasn't Bobby. It was her family.
Yep.
It was her family that got her hooked on, you know, on the drugs and everything. And you know
No. Wait, let me stop you. You are right. She was already on the drugs. Coke. Yeah, it was her family. Yep, the coke, her brothers, coke and all that. Yeah, it wasn't Bobby that put her on that. So I'm sorry, I digress.
That's what they do in Jersey. They lace the weed with coke and smoke it. I'm telling you, that's what they do in Jersey.
Child,
and they sat back and let him take all the heat for that. Never, knowing that wasn't who she was or whatever.
Right.
Probably. I mean, I know everybody wants to hate on him, but I mean, I've always thought, and I knew his girlfriend Kim. I know that was fucking rough and all that, and I knew him briefly, but He was always nice to me.
I mean, I'm a big New Edition fan, and I'm a crazy.
That was the only one that I knew.
Right. I'm a crazy. In fact, Bobby follows me on Instagram. So I'm a crazy New Edition fan.
You don't follow my ass on
You need to tag him and stuff more.
To be like, dude, remember we was at a Nubian Notion together.
You need to.
Let me tell you my story about Bobby Brown. We're digressing right now. All right, so I was in LA.
Oh, you saw him in LA?
Oh, bitch, it gets better. So I was in LA. I have family in LA. And I went to LA.
To get my charger.
Okay.
Keep talking.
All right. I was in LA, Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
For I have two cousins that live in LA, Redondo Beach and Manhattan Beach. And I was like, I go out there. Well, before pandemic, I go to LA like 5 times a year. So one year I was like, I'm going to LA for my birthday. And it was the, have you ever been to Zen Lounge?
No, I've never been.
Oh yeah, Tisha Campbell Martin and whatever her husband, Dwayne Martin.
This is in LA, the Zen Lounge?
Yes, I think it's Culver City or Studio City.
Okay.
But I've been there like 3 times. So the first time I went, I flew out to LA to see my family, my cousins, and we were like, let's go to Zen Lounge, and I think it's Studio City. And it's Tisha Campbell Martin and Dwayne Martin's club. And we went there, we made reservations, we went. And it was like, they had like the indoor lounge, and then they had the outdoor sitting section. So we opted for the outdoor because it was hot. And I was like, I'm trying to be inside, sweating my balls off, napping my hair up. Fuck that shit. I want to go outside. So we were sitting outside, and then all of a sudden we're sitting there. Me and my cousins are getting banged up. And all of a sudden, who walks in? Denzel Washington and Bobby Brown and Macy Gray.
Okay.
And so,
separate?
No, 3 separate times, but within 5-minute intervals.
Wow.
So all of a sudden, Denzel walks in first. And my cousin Gigi is like, TT. My family calls me TT, and my cousin George, they call him Gigi. So my Gigi's like, TT, don't turn around right now. He's like, because I don't want you to show your ass. He's like, but turn around slowly. And I do this. And there's Denzel in a white t-shirt, sweatpants. Now, mind you, Zen Lounge. It's like 12 midnight in LA. And I'm dressed up to the nines with my heels, my hair's out, looking fabulous, face done. And he comes in with gray flannel sweatpants, a white tee, but he can do that because he's Denzel. And I almost lost my shit. He's like, my cousin was like, get your shit together. I was like, oh my God, it's Denzel. I'm like, I want to go over there and take a picture with him, talking. He's like, nope, leave him alone. I'm like, okay. So then 5 minutes later, here comes Bobby Brown. And then 5 minutes later after that, Macy Gray. So the way Zen Lounge is set up is they have inside, they have a whole lounge area with a stage that people can get up there and sing and dance. And then the outside where we were at, they had the TVs out there so you can eat, drink, and be merry, and then see what was going on inside. So now Bobby is in there singing, humping around.
Wow.
All the shit that he played, My Prerogative. And all of us are out there. We're all from Massachusetts. So we're like, it's my prerogative. And then he sang Mr. Telephone Man, and we're like, oh, okay. So what I did was I was like, Bobby Brown finished his set. He came outside, and I asked the waiter to come over, and I bought him a drink. Him and his wife.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia. Yeah, it was him, Alicia, and 3 other people, but I didn't know them. So I was like, I told the waiter, I said, send them, go over there and ask them what they drink. I'll pay for it. Just give them a drink. I said, and tell Bobby that at this table is a bunch of Boston people from Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan.
Mm-hmm.
And listen to me. He gave him, the waiter brought the drinks over, and then the waiter was like pointing to us. We all had our drinks up like, hey, we from Boston, Dorchester, Roxbury, Mattapan. And Bobby Brown just did, and like drank his drink and like ignored us.
What? He probably was just high and drunk already.
But then I said, Tammy, I was heated because I was like, yo, look, Massachusetts is in LA right now. Like, I know you, Bobby Brown.
And bought him a drink.
Yeah. And I bought your answer. I bought you and your wife a drink to the tune of like $200 because it's LA.
Let me find Bobby so we can get on him about this.
Right?
Oh, ma'am, I would not have.
Oh my goodness, that is crazy.
And that was the same night that Denzel was there, and I literally. I did the same thing to Denzel, but apparently Denzel doesn't drink alcohol because I told the waiter, go over to Denzel and just say, I wasn't looking for a conversation. I was just like, I appreciate you. I'm going to send you a drink. But all I wanted was a little bit like, hey, tip, thank you. And the waiter came back to me and was like, Denzel doesn't drink. He appreciates it. He appreciates your offer, but he doesn't drink. And I was like, okay, good. But Bobby, I watched that waiter bring them drinks to him and his wife, and they were like, and I was like, nigga, can't you fucking just toast your glass up and we can be all of us in the fucking Massachusetts delegation can be like, tap, tap. Nothing.
I'm tripping because I'm surprised Denzel's wife let his ass out the house.
Well, he showed up by his damn self, Miss Tina.
But she be on his ass like white on
all day.
Really?
Oh, you know she is.
Oh, she don't play.
You know she don't play.
What's his wife's name? I forgot.
Paulette.
I forgot his wife.
Pauletta.
She don't play.
Oh no, Pauletta don't play.
She don't play when it comes to her husband.
And listen to me.
Was that it?
Well, I think he's cheated on her several times. Allegedly. But here's the thing. What I love the most about Pauletta is the son, John David Washington. Every time he gives an interview and the interviewers are always like, you being the son of Denzel Washington, he corrects them real quick. He's like, I am the son of Pauletta and Denzel Washington. He makes it very clear. He's like, if it wasn't for my mother and my father, I wouldn't be where I'm at. He does not let anybody slide. If they only bring up Denzel, he brings in his mother. I love him for that.
Yeah.
Well, thank God he looks like his daddy.
And sounds like his daddy. Sounds like him. I can close my eyes and listen to John David, and I'm like, oh my God, it sounds like Denzel. Ooh.
I hear bits and pieces of him, but because I was so glad when I saw Malcolm and Marie, there was times I could hear Denzel, but you can't see Denzel. I don't see Denzel in him.
I have to check it out. I haven't seen it.
I'm glad that you said that because I was about to bring that up and be like, bitches, let's talk about it. Listen to me. Tammy, you need to watch Malcolm and Marie alone.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn. Why not with her man?
Why not?
What the fuck? Why would you? Why would you watch that with your man?
Why would you not?
Man, if I had a man, I don't have a man. But if I had a man and me and my man was laying in bed watching Malcolm and Marie, I'd stab that motherfucker right in the throat. Right in his throat and kill his ass. That shit was toxic.
But that was their toxic ass relationship.
It's toxic as fuck. I don't want to be around. Listen, when I watched that movie, I couldn't be around a man for like 2 days.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it alone. I'm gonna take your advice.
I want to hear your opinion. When you go into
Tammy, don't listen. You got a boo. I got a boo.
Y'all follow my boo.
I saw him and he's fine. No, he's fine. I just asked him.
Thank you.
girl, I was looking at that. I was like,
you're doing too much now. You're doing too much. But can I say
but
one thing about when I
but
say
don't watch that with your man, because you listen, Tammy, don't watch that with your boo, because y'all two will be like this.
Tanya, let me tell you something with Malcolm and Marie. It was good. It was toxic, but it was written by a white man.
Okay.
I don't know too many Black men that argue like that. But I know white men that argue like that. That scene, I'm just saying from my experience, I felt that was a white man's words coming out of a Black man, because that scene in that tub and I don't want to give it away because you didn't see it, but think about that when you're watching it. Tell me if you felt like, okay, this is how a Black man would do this relationship.
Okay.
Because Black men could be dirty and gutter. But this was a different level, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I didn't like the tit for tat. The tit for tat back and forth with the two of them just threw me for a loop, and I didn't like it. And it bothered me. It bothered me because when Malcolm and Marie, the press that was coming out with it, everybody was like, Malcolm and Marie. I was like, I'm all for it. Black love, whatever, let's do it. When I laid here and watched it, I was like, I don't like that tit for tat and going back and attacking each other. I didn't like that. I don't like that.
Again, that I can see where it came from.
I can, but I didn't like it.
I will give y'all my opinion when I watch it.
Yes, you have to. You have to.
What are the other things you should watch?
Yeah.
Well, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just ask a question. So, I'm taking it to the sex part. Which is the best sex? Let's talk about sex.
Okay.
What is the best sex? I miss you sex? I'm sorry sex? Or we both damn know we shouldn't be fucking each other sex? I'm going with we know we shouldn't be fucking each other sex.
Yes, I'm gonna have to agree with that.
That's the best sex.
Yeah, that's the situation I'm in right now. Me and my boo are so toxic.
I love it. You should be moving on, but you're not.
No, we're comfortable with each other, and maybe one day we'll get married to each other. Maybe one day we'll get married to somebody else. But
they'll still be fucking each other. So
that's exactly what he told me. He was like, I don't advise you to get married because you're gonna cheat on whoever you're with me.
I love it.
We
I
are
absolutely love it. I love
so toxic shit.
Yeah.
I am all with the toxic shit. At the age that I am, I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, and he's from Jersey like me, so you could imagine.
Both in Atlanta, right?
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But I listened to y'all's podcast, The Panic Room, Pierre's Panic Room. Y'all, Still Dope Family. You got to go listen to it on wherever you stream your podcast. That shit will have you. That shit will have you pissing laughing, because 2 days ago I was driving to a work site for my real job, and I'm in my Jeep, and I'm literally have it playing, and I was like screaming laughing. But what made me laugh the most is, bitch, you dated a man with one arm.
My boo has one arm. I still date him. That's him.
He still has one arm. Now where's it? Wait, what? Does he have an attachment? What's going on?
He got into a really bad motorcycle accident. So that's what happened.
Okay.
So yeah, but he's a very sweet guy. His disability does not disturb me.
I ain't mad at you.
He always tells me I may have one arm, but I got 3 legs.
Okay, I'm with you on that one.
We're going there. I knew that was up next.
Yeah, so yeah, Pierre always be getting on. I'm gonna stop telling Pierre my business because he like to take my business to the podcast.
Yes. See, there you go. There you go. That is hilarious. When I was listening to that podcast and I was like, I'm driving and I'm like, I had like a 2-hour drive and I'm dying. And I'm like, does this bitch just say she has a man with a one arm?
You have to see the YouTube video because you know we put everything on YouTube.
So I have to look at it. I didn't look at the YouTube video, so I have to look at it.
The expressions that Pierre was doing while he was talking. Oh my God. Please watch that, y'all.
I have to watch it. And then your podcast with Country Wayne. I was on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
I was on the floor with that.
Yes, that's the one where Pierre talked about the arm on that one.
Yes. And I must say, with Country Wayne, never heard of Country Wayne in my life. No, but he literally never heard of him in my life. But he spit. Never seen him on Facebook, on our Instagram, never. But he spit hardcore facts on that. That was a great podcast.
Yeah.
Great podcast.
Yeah, y'all need to stay tuned. We just recently did a podcast with T.S. Madison. Y'all know who that is? T.S. Madison.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I know.
The viral transvestite.
Yes. Yes. I saw. Yes.
And a penis.
Wait, what?
I also listened to your podcast with Miss Juicy.
That
shit had me on the floor.
Yeah.
I want to have Miss Juicy on our podcast because she spit a whole lot of facts and a whole lot of knowledge on that.
Yeah, believe it or not, I know I'm probably frozen because y'all are too. Okay.
Okay.
Believe it or not, most of these celebrities are humble. You could literally just inbox them and ask them to be on the show. And that's pretty much how we get all
That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's what we do. That's what I do with Pierre. And then we were supposed to record with Pierre 2 days ago, but his pipe burst. Yeah, we were sitting, me and Shahidah were sitting Wednesday. We were sitting on the podcast and we were like, is he showing up? And then I sent him a message. His pipe burst in his house.
Oh my goodness. He's been working on that house forever.
But you know what? I love it. Now it's his dad's house, right?
It's dad's house. His dad passed away. Gave it to him. Pierre renovated the whole house. He's in DC now. But Pierre flies to Atlanta once a month. So that's when we get together and do the podcast.
Right. Now, where is the dad's house?
In DC. Well, it's in Maryland, close to DC.
Okay. Well, you know what? And we'll have this conversation with him when we reschedule, because I'm hoping that he reschedules with us. But I've been watching it on Instagram and listen, I'm a hater. This is what I'm about to say what I wanted to say to him 2 days ago when we had the podcast with him was I've been in my house for 8 years. I've only renovated 2 rooms. And the rest of the house is just here.
You had a brand new house.
I know, but I still 8 years later, I got like paint on the walls in like 2 rooms, Shahidah. Pierre done inherited his daddy's house and literally gutted it. Hooked that shit up. And then put the
houses. We have to do it regularly.
I know, but dude, he did the damn thing.
He did it
listen, what got me?
Right?
Huh?
He worked in construction, he said. So
he did work in construction Pierre is very handy. He fixes everything that's broken. Yeah.
I love that shit. I love it, man. Listen, I am that bitch that's on Home Depot do-it-yourself videos or YouTube do-it-yourself videos. Like I am the master. If your motherfucking garbage disposal goes on the blink, I'm your bitch. I know I'll go get the garbage disposal and replace it. I'm in and out in 30 minutes.
I don't want to be that bitch.
Oh, I am that bitch. But if your toilets go on the blink and start leaking, I'm that bitch. Like I know how to go in there and change all the components in the tank and replace a toilet. I know how to do that because I did it for my house because I'm cheap. I know, Tammy, you looking at me like this bitch is crazy.
No, I mean, I always say, y'all can judge me if y'all want to. I don't have a house yet, but it's coming. And when I get it, it's going to come with a man. So
there you go. There you go. I thought my house was going to come with a man, but it didn't. It didn't. Therefore, and then I was paying, like literally the first year that I moved into my house, my hot water heater died and it cost me like $1,700 to fix it. And I was like, there's something wrong here. As I'm watching this plumber take my hot water heater away and replace it, I'm like, I could have done that. Let me go on YouTube. Then my garbage disposal went and I was like, I'm going on YouTube. Because I made a couple of calls and I was like, yeah, I'm not paying like $500 for that shit. When it's like $100 to buy the fucking garbage disposal at Home Depot. And then I get here and I'm like, oh, all you have to do is shut off my circuit breaker and then take it out, replace it. Good. Done.
Wow. Okay, Mrs. Handyman.
No, but Pierre made me feel some sort of way because he got his dad's house and he's in there and I'm watching him and I'm like, dude, you just whole flipped a house. And I've been here whole flipped a house in like 5 months and I've been here for 8 years.
He made a promise to his dad, so he wanted to fulfill that promise. And
I nothing but mad respect. The most impressive thing was that deck that he put outside with the electrical. I'm like, motherfucker. I was legit laying in bed watching it like this, and I'm like, did this motherfucker just put a full-on deck with whole electrical? That's embarrassing.
And built a hammock in the backyard.
Yes, he did. I was disgusted, but I'm happy for him.
Well, hopefully you get to talk to him soon.
I know. I'd love to talk to him and just be, I just, listen, I could have a whole hour-long podcast with him about renovations. Seriously. Because I got questions. I got questions. All right. So listen here. I was following you. We follow you on Instagram. And you put last night a quotation. Simple things that makes you happy. You can hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. You went out for like 15 seconds. All right.
So you was on Instagram yesterday, I think, or the day before, and I saw your post and I loved it, and I responded to it. And you said the simple things that makes you happy within a relationship. I want to talk about that. Mm-hmm. So I responded and I was like, I want to be able to be my authentic self because I'm about to turn 53 and all the relationships that I've had, I've always had to compromise like who I was. You know, I always had to tone myself down to be in a relationship with somebody. And I'm done with that. Like, I'm like, I am who I am. If you can't accept me for my authentic self, I can't be with you. And I'll take you at your authentic self, but let's just do this. But I love that question that you posed. So, and I saw your response, Tammy, but Shahidah, what's the simple things that will make you happy in a relationship?
You're talking about to me or Tammy?
To you and Tammy. Just bring it out, push it out there.
Well, Tammy, because I have to think. It's been a minute.
Well, you know, as I mentioned on my Instagram post, I want things that I cannot buy myself, like priceless things. Shoes and handbags don't make me happy. See, the last relationship that I was in, the man spoke a different type of love language, you know, and his love language was, I'm going to buy you shoes and handbags and I'm going to pay all the bills and I'm going to make sure the lights in the water is on. That was his love language. These are things that I can really do myself if you wasn't here. You know what I mean? I want the simple things in life that are priceless. Pay me some attention. At the end of the day, truly what women want. We want time, we want attention, we want love, and we want affection. And so I spread the word all the time to men because they need to understand that that's all women want is time and attention, priceless things. Mm-hmm.
I agree with you.
I agree with that because I know how I feel when my opinion is really respected.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a good segue to get me in bed. It's be like, God damn, you're fucking smart. Am I? Tell me how smart I am.
Right. Exactly. Attention.
And that's it. It's the complimenting of my mind, and then complimenting the stuff that I'm insecure about, or recognizing those things and, being sensitive to that. I mean, I feel like I've had some really great relationships where men really respected me. And that's why the relationships lasted as long as they did, because that was my love language.
Right. So everyone has a different type of love language. Like the struggle that I go through right now with my boo is I don't
relationship.
Yeah, my toxic relationship that I love so much.
I love it. I want a toxic relationship too.
Yes. So that's one of my toxic traits, my pettiness. He always tells me that I have to work on that. But one of the things that, I think that he has to work on that we have a challenge with is I don't feel like he's sensitive enough or emotional enough when I'm going through things. He's the type of guy that's like a military person. Suck it up and dry your tears. That's how he is. I don't know if it's because, his father was a military person or what, but that's the type of person that he is. Mm-hmm. So, I don't like that. I want you to be soft. In fact, I want you to cry sometimes with me and for me.
You lost me there. I don't know if I'd want my man to cry with me. Or be sensitive. I want him to be sensitive, but I'm kind of like rough and rugged. Like I want to be able to be the soft spot for my man and have a little mouth, talk my shit, but I want my man to be like, bitch, I love you. Like I want my man to be like, bitch, I love you. And I want to cuddle with you, but bitch, you acting simple right now. And I'm about to slap your ass if you don't tighten up.
Okay.
I mean, not saying that he's going to slap me, but I like that. I like that little like, shh, bitch, tighten up. I'll be like, okay.
Shahida, she wants a toxic relationship.
A roughneck. She ain't
roughneck. Or I need like a man that's gonna be like, bitch.
I mean,
that's a man to take the lead role.
That's pretty much what I got. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, but he a little too rough for me.
Speaking of authentic self, I want to ask: Have either of you followed Shonda? Who is Shonda? And she's in a relationship. She has no front teeth.
You sent me the link, and I saw that, and I almost fell out.
Y'all gotta send me the link.
Wait, I will. Let me see if I can see a picture of her.
Tammy, listen to me. Shahida's going to send you the link, and I'm going to need you and Pierre to have a full-on You need to invite her. Listen, Pierre, and you will get her on that podcast.
I'm looking her up right now on Instagram. You said, who is Shonda?
Yeah. When Shahida sent it to me, I almost fell the fuck out because I was like, what the fuck?
Oh my God, I'm looking at her. All right now.
But can I just say, look at her now, but then go back and like listen to her post. I'm floored by her because she's the most confident fucking woman.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
That's the kind of confidence I want. That's the kind of
I'm saying, and you know what? There is no excuse why anybody in this world should be single after.
Bitch, when I saw that shit, I literally had a full-on meltdown in my house. I was like, listen, this is my water. still don't, fam. But literally, I grabbed my bottle of vodka and I was like, why am I alone in my house?
No
Terrible.
excuse. Go out and get you somebody, okay? Because there is no excuse.
There is no excuse. It was terrible. I was offended. Disgusted.
I'm about to follow her.
I gotta be happy for her. I mean, again, she deserves it because she's put herself out there, and she's like,
and the fact that he bought her some teeth. When he bought her teeth, and she was all looking raggedy, and she put them teeth in, and she was like, I was like, oh my gosh,
but still beautiful. Take them out.
She's
like,
beautiful.
Like, yeah, I got them.
But I was like, she's beautiful.
That is real love. And you know what? I'm looking at this full body picture. She got a nice body.
Right.
She's a vegan. She works out. She's a vegan.
I mean, I wouldn't eat meat either if I didn't have any teeth in my mouth.
Well, true.
She can put some teeth
but you know what? You could
vegan.
eat meat without no teeth in your mouth, because that's a classic dick sucking thing right
that's
there.
That's true. I mean, he probably enjoys her.
Yes. He'd be like, baby, let's go to bed, take your teeth out, and then put your teeth back in.
They've been together 10 years.
Oh, then that's real love. She probably used to look amazing 10 years ago, you know?
I know.
And she can always put a lace front weave in, even though her hair's short, she can like put some weave or put a lace front weave in, put her teeth in and be good.
Wants to be who she is. And no fake, no fake hair, no shaving.
I see.
She'll put her teeth in when she wants to.
I'm all with the shaving though. You got to shave your armpits. Sorry, as a woman, you gotta shave the armpits and the snatch.
That's what you want. If that's what makes you feel good.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's an interesting individual. We might need to call her to the podcast.
Yes.
Listen to me. If you guys get her on the podcast, I'm going to need y'all to Zoom us in so we can just be like, I can just be like this.
Because I introduced you to her.
Absolutely, Shahidah. In fact, we might make her, because we do picture of the week on the podcast.
Yes,
so
you do.
I always find a crazy, and you know what's funny about that, y'all? I never tell Pierre what it's going to be. So we
can't hear. God damn, it's Atlanta. It's Atlanta. Are you back? Nope. Still can't hear.
All right.
There you are.
All right, got you.
If he going in and out, I don't know. But I was gonna say we do a picture of the week. I never tell Pierre what it's gonna be. We just improv everything. We don't even have conversations before the podcast. So everything is such a surprise. And I do that because I want to see Pierre's reaction.
Oh.
So we might do her as the picture of the week.
You have to. You have to.
Definitely me. I mean, I'm not introducing her to anybody to make fun of her.
Right.
Because, like I said, when I think my friend Jillian was the one that sent it to me, and when she sent it, I was like, And I'm like scrolling. I'm like, And then But then I started listening to her, and I guess he makes movies, or they try, so they do these little skits and stuff, and they're actually pretty funny. And I'm like, this woman truly loves herself, and I don't think any woman could say that they could love themselves that much in that state. How much would you go through to get them teeth fixed, to get that hair done, or like you said, her body's fine, but we all have this vision of how we should look for our man or for who each other. Because a lot of times we don't even dress for men. We dress for other women. Be like, right. Right?
Right.
But she's totally accepting it. And what did she do, or what has happened in her life? Because I know that can't be from day one. That's something.
You know what I'm thinking? She probably loves herself more today because he loves her. And sometimes it take a man to love you to realize, you love yourself. I know it sounds crazy.
No, I get it.
Yeah, she's probably confident that she has her man. So at this point, she doesn't care what anybody thinks of her. I don't know how she would be if she was single. I don't know how high her confidence would be if she was single, but she's already secure in her relationship, you
Right.
know?
And that's why, I mean, to even get to that point, because I'm thinking, did she have teeth when they met, or, you know, what was different about her? But to get to that point, I would never in a relationship go that route. I would never say, oh, I'm going to just stop everything and not shave, because I probably wouldn't feel that confident. Exactly what you said. So you're right.
Well, I think that goes back to the authentic self, because it's like, if you're with somebody, you meet somebody, you are who you are. Whether you shave, whether you don't, whether you have teeth, whether you don't. And it's like, if this person wants to be with me, they're going to be with me regardless.
Right.
Whether I shave, whether I have missing my 4 front teeth and I got a partial up in there that I click in, it is what it is. But you know what? I ain't mad at her, because that bitch got a man, and I'm sitting over here by my goddamn self. I'm sitting over here by my goddamn self with hair
and teeth.
And teeth.
But you know what? People, like men, especially being in a relationship, like you said, kudos to him too, to be able to say, you know, I'm gonna accept you wholly. Because I've been watching the ID channel, and men kill women for far fucking less, for gaining like 5 pounds. They're like, you know what? I like that other chick over there. Let's kill my wife.
But you know what? In fairness, it's the same. It's, you know, double-edged sword, because them bitches on ID and oxygen be killing their niggas too. Like, I found some new dick, and that nigga gotta go. And I'm gonna put some fucking propofol in his goddamn drink or in his goddamn IV, and that nigga's going to sleep forever.
Okay, Michael Jackson.
Listen to me. Listen. I'm a woman of a certain age, and I had my colonoscopy 2 years ago, and that propofol is a hell of a drug.
I know it is.
When I said to my nurse, I was like, that's when she brought the syringe out, and I was like, she brings it out, and I'm like, that's not enough. I'm like, yeah, I'm having a colonoscopy. I'm like, you need a little bit more than that. She's like, oh, yeah, you good. And then I'm talking away, and then woke up, and I'm like, yeah, you need to put more. And she's like, bitch, your colonoscopy is done. And I'm like, what? She's like, oh yeah, you're done. And then the doctor that did it, he's like, oh yeah, you had a couple of polyps, but they're benign. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I didn't give a shit if they were cancerous or not. I was like, yo, that propofol was nothing nice. I'm laying in the stretcher, and I'm like, that propofol was nothing nice. I ain't mad at Michael Jackson. That's exactly what I said. I'm like, I am not mad at Michael Jackson, because listen, out.
I said, no, I didn't even know that's what he was using, but I had that when I had it. That is really.
Oh, that propofol ain't nothing nice.
That's what he died from. He kept on telling the doctor to give him some more.
Yeah.
That doctor was irresponsible as fuck. No
so irresponsible. And here's the thing with it, like you go, like your body goes to sleep because it shuts your body down. But then you wake up. Like when I woke up from my colonoscopy, I was a little giddy. I felt like I hadn't. Well, at that time I didn't have an edible ever. But now that I've had an edible, I'm like, I kind of feel like I had my colonoscopy. Because I was sitting there, I was like,
you need to hook up and do get a sponsorship for some edibles, because
I need to. Listen, I chew those edibles like Pez right now, and I'm showing my age right now. Pez, remember the Pez?
Yeah, the nastiest candy in the fucking world. But
I love the edibles.
Wow,
so
I love it.
Next, Tammy, what projects do you have coming
what's
up?
next for me? Well, I just got my LLC. Created a business, a laundromat. Yes, a laundry.
For real?
Go ahead, George Jefferson.
Exactly. I'm trying to be bougie like them niggas.
You damn right. I said we're moving on up.
So yeah, I just got my business license for that. So I'm shopping around different places. It is expensive to buy a laundromat and get a loan from the damn bank. So, laundromats are anywhere between $100,000 and $400,000. Wow. So I don't want to
see that though.
Yeah, and so they make a lot of money.
Yes, they do.
it's a 6-figure a year, business or
Yes.
whatever.
If you have a nice one, that's the thing. I say if you have a nice one that, because there a really nice one is near me, and my washing machine broke two winters ago. And so I had to go to the laundromat for like a week. And then I got used to, well, it was actually like 2 weeks I actually went go, but it was nice to go in there, get everything done, and everything done in like an hour and a half or two, but it was a very nice spot. And I'm like, if ever, that's the laundromat I want to go to, not those ones that I grew up with that was like
right. Mine's pretty fly, so I just been looking into that and trying to figure out which route to go and where to take it. But I just realized I wanted to be a laundromat owner when I saw how much money I was spending in the laundromat myself. And I was like, okay, one person can come in here and spend $30 to $40.
Yeah.
Easy. One person. So imagine if you had your business open 12 hours a day. Imagine how much traffic can come through there in a day. I was like, oh yeah, this is money that I can make while I'm
yeah. Lock it down. Yes.
Did your man say, "Ooh, baby, you smart," and you go, "Oh, me?"
Exactly. He has his own business, so that's where we connect.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's really smart. Really smart.
Yeah.
So, and other than the laundromat, what else?
We're still doing the panic room. We see each other maybe once or twice a month. I'm sure I'm frozen because y'all are frozen.
Yeah. Here we go. We're back.
We see each other maybe once or twice a month here, fly in town. It's getting ready to be All-Star Weekend in Atlanta, so he's getting ready to fly back in here. So we'll meet up.
Snap.
We'll meet up. Yeah, we'll meet up and do the podcast this week, and then I don't know what else is going on. I'm scared to go outside, y'all. Atlanta is like COVID.
Yo, you guys, listen. I have a friend that I went to grammar school with that is doing big things in Atlanta. And I follow him on Instagram, and he has a club in Atlanta called Azul.
Okay.
And every other night I'm on Instagram and I'm watching him like tagging himself or, putting the videos on Instagram. And I'm like, I inboxed him the other day and I'm like, hey, Andre, I guess COVID is not existent in Atlanta because you're in your club with like tens of thousands of people smoking hookahs, drinking their drinks. No, not even a mask dangling on the ear, not even a mask around your throat or anywhere that's in your hand. Like nobody's wearing a mask. And he's out there like, yeah, we're here tonight. We're partying. And I'm just like, Andre, I'm like,
yeah.
He's like, that's not how we roll down here in Atlanta, ATL. And I'm like, okay. Well,
yeah, they don't. It's like
it's not coming to ATL anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm scared. I've caught COVID, so I caught it in January.
I remember that. I haven't caught it. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah,
I've been tested several times.
I caught it from my job that I just recently quit because they don't follow CDC protocol. So, so I caught it from my job or whatever. One person had it, and the rest of us took a test. Some of us was negative, some of us was positive. Those who were negative, they told them to come back to work, to which a couple of days later we were positive because the virus takes a while to system. So they didn't shut the whole building down, which they should have. If one person got it, everybody just needed to stay home, and
absolutely shut the shit down.
And they didn't.
Did you have any symptoms? Did you have any symptoms?
I felt like I had a bad cold, a runny nose, watery eyes. I didn't have a fever, I didn't have a cough, but I completely lost my taste and smell. And I lost my taste and smell for about 4 weeks. So even after I didn't have COVID, it was hard for me to, I'm just now getting back to tasting and smelling. I ate a whole lemon without flinching. So when I tell you it take your senses all the way out, all the way out.
Listen to me. let that shit happen to me, I'm going to the supermarket or the liquor store and I'm buying a whole goddamn gallon of goddamn Patron. And I'm just going to be sitting here like drunk as fuck.
Mhm.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, that's too bad. I'm actually, I look at Georgia and I look at, Texas and all Florida and all this, and it's a real disappointment to see Black people falling into that lane that these white people have, like, carved out for you, because they're not dying like you're dying. Pay attention,
Right.
but
Right.
what you gonna do?
For sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, Tanya, you have your rapid questions to round this out.
Let me see. Let me look at my rapid questions. Do I have mad rapid questions? I've got 2 good rapid questions. Miss Tammy, if you found, and I'm recycling this from one of the last podcasts that we had with Aries Spears. If you found the man of your dreams, and he checked off everything on your list, but he was horrible in bed and a terrible kisser, would you keep him?
Yeah, he doesn't have to know I'm cheating on him.
The way you was just like, it rolled off too easy, sis.
Too easy. And I love it.
Let me tell you something. I'm pretty sure it's women out here on the internet that we see every day that's in a damn relationship they not happy with. Okay.
Right.
But they're keeping it because he's the man of their dreams. Okay. And sometimes sex is a mental thing. Okay. So that's mind over matter. Okay. You can have the smallest dick in the world, but if I love you, it feels good.
We're going to make this work. Right?
I agree with you.
I agree with you. All right. Second rapid fire question. Let me see. Let me figure it out. I got a whole list of rapid fire questions. I'm trying to figure out this one.
Y'all are crazy.
Oh yeah, we are.
You're crazy.
Oh, I'm out of control. And listen, I'm low key right now. Let me see. What is something inexpensive that a man could buy you that would make your day?
Something inexpensive that he could buy me that would make my day? Food.
Girl, that's why you're my best friend in my head right now. See, said this, when I saw the question, I was like, same thing, food.
We can go to Popeyes. I'll get me a chicken sandwich and fries, and that we can go to bed, and I'm happy.
See, for me, it's like screw up Popeyes. For me, I'm old school. I'm like, get me the motherfucking quarter pounder with cheese meal at the McDonald's with some hot ass fries, like fresh hot fries. I'm good.
Yeah. Girl, I have danced for coconut ice cream.
Coconut ice cream, okay.
Coconut ice cream. Why you gotta be so bougie, Shahidah?
Coconut ice cream. Coconut ice cream is like,
that is bougie. That's a little bougie. We're talking Popeyes and McDonald's. I'll do it. She's like, I'll do a dance for coconut ice cream.
Hold up. What brand, Shahidah? Because if you say Haagen-Dazs or Ben & Jerry's, you real bougie, and that's expensive.
The one I get, I don't know the brand. The one I got, I don't know the brand, but it is expensive as fuck. But
here we go. We already know.
But like I said, we all got a little island in us, and we all like some
we do.
Stuff.
I was married to a coconut.
Ma'am. All right.
Ma'am. In my previous life, I was married to a coconut.
Y'all are crazy.
But he had to go. So, listen, Miss Tammy, we'll have to pick that up on the next podcast.
Yes, I enjoyed y'all. I will do this again. Y'all let me know.
Yes, absolutely.
Have you on again. It was fun. Is there I feel like you should close us out with something funny.
Yes, give us something. Close us out, Tammy.
No. I'm not gonna put her on the spot like that, but if you got it.
I'm just saying.
A funny story.
A funny story?
Yeah.
Okay, so a while ago, I met this guy online, and I was asking him, how tall was he? Because he didn't have too many pictures online, just from the head up or whatever. So I'm like, how tall are you? Blah, 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 blah. Your shoe size, things like that.
Trying to
Whatever.
be sneaky.
Yeah, so he's telling me, he's like, oh, I'm 6'1", boom, boom, boom. I wear a size 11.5, blah, blah, blah. So we finally decided that we was going to link up and meet each other, right? But I'm like, I ain't going by myself because this is crazy. I don't know if he crazy or what. So I had my homegirl come with me. We go to his house, right? Now he lives in a 3-family house. He's on the 3rd floor. So I ring the doorbell and he peeps his head out the window and he's like, it's open, come in. I'm like, okay. So we get upstairs. Y'all, this man is in a wheelchair with no legs.
Look here. I'm in my office trying to find something to throw right now. I'm trying to throw something right now. I can't.
Wow.
True story, y'all. I was more upset that he lied to me about his height and shoe size. Okay.
But you know what? And I'm glad, listen to me, I'm glad that you ended this on that story because I was thinking in my brain, like, when we talk to her, we gotta have bad dates. Because I have some stories. Oh, we going there next time. We gotta have you back. So keep yourself on reserve, sister.
I sure will. I hope y'all enjoy.
We gonna do it again.
Oh, I did.
You
that was hilarious.
are the best. The best.
So that is it for us. It was great having you, Tammy. We're gonna be looking out for the panic room. I'm excited about you. Damn it. She can't hear.
Oh, she hears. She's frozen.
She's doing the sign language.
Okay. You're back.
No worries. It was great having you. Hope to talk to you again very soon. Please check out this podcast on all your social media forums. We're going to have it up on Wednesday.
Okay.
So this will be airing. No, not this Wednesday, the Wednesday after. So we're going to let our audience know. So it was great. Stay tuned.
And until then, follow the Panic Room on wherever you stream your podcast. And Tammy, go ahead and throw out your social media accounts. Throw it out there for everybody. We'll put it out there too.
Y'all can look me up, Tammy Dior, or it's at the letter U _adore Dior. So you adore Dior.
I adore Dior. Love it.
And don't forget Shonda's Instagram. Look her up too.
Yes.
Following now.
Yes.
All right. Good. That was a good
Everybody,
one.
have a great evening. Stay dope. Hey, we'll edit this out, but don't hang up, Tammy, when we end this.
Okay.
Everybody, still dope. Peace out. Love, love.